This is a 10-minute breathing session for the deep core and pelvic floor. This session will help improve breathing mechanics as well as strength and control of the deep core and pelvic floor. We'll move through muscle relaxation, activation, and engagement using anatomy and physical sensations. I recommend doing this lying down or in any safe, comfortable position. Let's get started. Go ahead and begin to get settled, letting the back of your head sink into whatever surface is beneath you. And as you inhale, your jaw loosens, and your throat opens, your teeth aren't touching, and the muscles on the back of your neck begin to loosen just a little bit, melting just a little further into the surface below you. And as you inhale, your belly rises, and as you exhale, your belly falls. That relaxation going all the way from the back of your throat, down through your chest, into your belly, down your pelvis, all the way through your pelvic floor. As you inhale, pelvic floor staying relaxed, and as you exhale, pelvic floor staying relaxed. Letting your toes and your feet be heavy, your ankles start to relax. You're not holding any tension in your calves or your thighs. And as you inhale and you exhale, your pelvic floor is relaxed. Your transverse abdominis, the corset muscle, is relaxed. And your jaw, your neck, your throat is still relaxed. And every time you inhale, maybe it feels like you're opening into your collarbones just a little bit more, like your arm bones are rolling back toward the surface below you. And as you exhale, just feeling everything naturally release. And inhaling, sending your breath all the way around your rib cage, maybe feeling it in your thoracic spine, in your low back. And as you exhale, feeling a natural release, everything pulling back towards your spine. And then just starting to take your attention to the bottom of your rib cage and the top of your pelvis. As you inhale, that space between rises, and as you exhale, that space between just naturally falls. This is the area where our corset muscle is located, that transverse abdominis, attaching base of the rib cage to top of the pelvis, wrapping all the way around like saran wrap. And as you inhale, you send your belly and your low back away from your spine, making this muscle even bigger, sending your breath into it. And as you exhale, belly and low back just naturally fall back toward the spine, this muscle contracting, getting smaller without doing any work. As you inhale and exhale, pelvic floor still staying relaxed, transverse abdominis staying relaxed. As you inhale, relaxation of the transverse, your diaphragm opens, contracting. And as you exhale, transverse getting smaller, diaphragm relaxing. We're going to start activating that transverse abdominis muscle only, your corset muscle. So on your next exhale, staying nice and relaxed in your neck, throat, and jaw, you're going to draw that exhalation out just a little bit and hug that muscle in towards your spine just a bit. Inhale and release it. Exhale, slow it down just very slowly, compressing your low back and your belly toward your spine, giving it a very gentle hug, level 2 or 3 out of 10 here. Inhaling and releasing. Pelvic floor stays relaxed the entire time, just controlling this muscle. Inhaling to relaxation. Exhale very gently, activating the transverse, very gently pulling it in, gentle contraction. Pelvic floor stays relaxed. Inhale, release. Just continue moving slowly with your breath. Remember, the goal here is not to take as big of a breath as you can. We're just trying to breathe nice and relaxed and at whatever pace is comfortable for us. Inhaling, whatever's comfortable. Exhaling, just slowly hug belly, low back toward the spine. Gentle compression, that transverse muscle, pelvic floor stays relaxed. Inhaling and releasing. And on your next one, we're going to start to compress that transverse muscle just a little bit more, but leave your pelvic floor out of it still. So on your exhale, continue drawing that muscle in. Maybe we're going level 7 out of 10 here. We're going to inhale, release all the way back to relaxed. You're going to exhale, draw your breath out. Corset muscle pulls everything in around your spine. Inhaling and releasing. Again, try to keep your pelvic floor relaxed. You're practicing control. Inhale gently. Exhale, nice and slow. Compress. Everything hugs in toward the spine. Pelvis stays in neutral. Now we can start to pull the pelvic floor in. On your next exhale, 2 steps, I want you to compress your transverse first, then pull that pelvic floor up and in, just helping you make the connection between the two. Inhale, release them both. Exhale, compress, corset muscle pulls in, then pelvic floor pulls up, like you're bracing to be tickled when you have to pee, or like all of the air is being sucked and pulled out of you from the bottom up. And just slowly moving with your breath here. Drawing that exhale out, still staying loose in the neck, throat, and jaw as you compress that transverse in, pull that pelvic floor up, inhaling and releasing. Now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to move back to activation. So again, exercising control here. On your next exhale, just compressing level 2, letting your pelvic floor stay relaxed, inhaling and releasing. Exhale, transverse pulls in, just level 2 or 3 out of 10. Inhaling and releasing. Pelvic floor, not doing any more work here, just relaxing. Keep moving with your breath. On your next exhalation, let's practice a little bit more control. Go ahead and just activate that muscle, level 2 out of 10, and then pull your pelvic floor up and in very gently. Inhaling and releasing. So think of this like, oh, you might have to go to the bathroom, but you're not sure. Gently pull up and in, activate that transverse. Inhaling and releasing. The art of control. Again, staying really relaxed in your neck, throat, and jaw. And then one more time, we're going to move into full compression here. So continuing to pull that transverse in on your next exhale, all the way into engagement. Pelvic floor pulls up and in. Inhaling and releasing. This is our last round of engagement, so really seal the deal here. If you feel yourself, if you feel your abdominals pushing out, or you feel any tension in your neck, throat, or jaw, just release a little bit. Sometimes we accidentally go too hard. Just very gently exhale, compress, hug everything in toward your spine, pelvic floor up and in. Inhaling and releasing. And go ahead and move back into relaxation. Release everything. Inhale, pelvic floor releases, transverse releases. Exhale, everything stays relaxed. Resist the urge to pull that core in. Resist the urge to pull up on that pelvic floor. And just be here for another 60 seconds. Inhaling into the back of your open neck, throat, jaw. Staying loose down through your chest. Being heavy in the backs of your shoulders, letting them sink into the surface below you. And just naturally expanding into your belly, your low back, your chest, your mid back as you inhale. And a natural release as you exhale. Pelvic floor staying relaxed. Inside of the pelvis staying relaxed. All the way up through your belly, into your ribs, and your chest, your neck, your throat, your jaw. Your eyes get a little bit heavier. You feel the tension from your scalp release as you sink just a little further into the surface below you. Inhaling, belly rises. Exhaling, belly falls. Slow and steady. Stay here for as long as you need, bendy friendy.